Well, it's time to talk about one of my favorite game franchises yet again. With the Fallout show doing wonderful numbers, and a next-gen patch for Fallout 4 coming out, and Fallout 76 getting more and more players by the day, I think it's safe to say the series is doing better than it has in years. I wanted to use this as an excuse to talk about the show on Amazon Prime that came out recently, and after watching Season 1 I can say the positives majorly outweigh the negatives. Keep in mind I won't really be using clips from the show so much as I don't want Todd Howard at my door serving me a copyright strike, but let's just get into it. Oh, and I've been told telling people to like and sub helps, so just take a second to do that real quick. Oh, I'll wait, just hit that sub button. A huge argument going on as of late is that a certain group of people think that the show is more geared towards Bethesda's side of things, rather than being a mix of Bethesda and Obsidian's ideas and stories. I think this is majorly false. I mean, we'll see how it goes. We're still only in Season 1, and while I will admit they didn't have Mr. House come out and ask for the platinum chip or anything in this season, but spoiler alert, the final shot in the show is New Vegas, which did make me let out a girlish scream, same as anybody else. But New Vegas fans really need to chill. I understand that some people think this is the start of some new regime of trash Fallout, but I personally think it's decent so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing stuff from not only New Vegas, but Fallout 1, 2, Tactics, whatever. So hopefully they continue in that direction in Season 2, which I think they obviously are. Next gripe I have personally with the show is the Brotherhood of Steel bits. First of all, I think Maximus is the weakest main character. I found him to be awkward, and I can't say I have much faith in him as far as we've gotten into this story. I do remember people complaining about some religious stuff in the Brotherhood, but I don't even remember that other than the old dude having a robe, but people in the Brotherhood always wore those weird clothes, so I'm not too concerned about it. My main problem was when Maximus's friend is sabotaged with a razor blade to the boot. The Brotherhood pull him in thinking he's behind it, so they give him this big speech about using violence for good and not hurting another brother and not being weak or whatever. And then Maximus receives the promotion meant for his friend who is just sabotaged? So right after the interrogation you just had with him, you're basically gonna be like, you do that shit? No. Alright, I'ma fuck with you. So either they somehow really did think it was dude who sabotaged his friend and promoted him thinking he just lied to him, or they found out who did it and we just didn't get that information. I don't remember them ever bringing that up after this altercation, and with how Maximus acts later in the series, I can't say 100% I believe he didn't sabotage him. Because Maximus turns out to be quite a wild card later in the show, so who really knows? I'm not sure where Maximus's character is going to go moving forward, but I definitely don't hate him. That brings me to Lucy. A lot of people think the character's written bad and acted poorly, however I think her lack of survival instincts is based on the fact that A, she grew up in the vault never seeing the outside world, and B, I think she's supposed to be based on maybe like a high luck and charisma build. We've all made some crazy builds in Fallout that don't involve being the biggest guy with the biggest gun. She's definitely not Jason Bourne is all I'm saying. And I agree that the acting isn't the best I've ever seen. However, I'd say it's about on par with like Marvel movies, and I don't think those have the best acting, but we're still all gonna pile up and watch Spider-Man every time they come out with another one. The only thing I really don't like is the Find My Relative plot again, which we've seen multiple times in the Fallout series already. But overall, I found Lucy pretty endearing and plausible within the Fallout universe. And all of the things people don't like about her are pretty much taken care of by the third main character, the Ghoul. Now, the Ghoul was the first thing everybody was complaining about when the trailers hit. They said he was too hot. I don't know, I mean, I expected it to look horrible, but then I saw the actor playing the Ghoul and watched the show myself. I found that he was one of the best characters in the show. He is an asshole to Lucy, for sure, and he tends to do crazy impulsive stuff, but he chilled. Definitely looking forward to seeing more from him. As far as set design, I thought that was great, at least for the most part, and everything included in the show is either already canonically in the games or at least, possible. The one thing that does irk me a bit is there's excessive fan service. They do throw random stuff in there from time to time that just kind of comes off as cheap. Oh, look, the bobblehead. Oh, they're calling the dog meat. But nothing too crazy. I think I have, like many people, set the bar extremely low for video game adaptations as I grew up with so many garbage ones. So of course when any game tie-in, movie, show, graphic novel, whatever is put out with a semblance of competence, of course I'm gonna like it. I see the concerns fans have with it, and I hear ya. But all I can say is that obviously it's going to be better to just play the games regardless. We're talking about possibly spending hundreds, if not thousands of hours in these generated worlds, so a TV show is never going to fully do it justice. I think Bethesda did a good job with the show, and I definitely don't think Todd Howard has some vendetta against Obsidian. Why would Bethesda not only spend money to acquire the Fallout property, only to put millions upon millions of dollars into developing games for it, only to spend more millions and millions of dollars on a TV show, and then ruin it just to spite the previous owners of the property? I mean, this is the crazy shit people out here are saying. I'm really gonna eat my words if they do end up destroying the lore, but I don't think Bethesda has room to mess around like that. And hey, at least it's not as bad as Halo. So my official rating for Fallout Season 1 is a solid 6 rad roaches out of 10.
That's the thing that shocks most people. They think of a video game as a few people in their garage, and you say, no, this is 50, 60 people for 3.5 years. Like, what? A lot of people, I think that video games are, purely kids, so it's like a toy. So, why would you put that much effort into something that's a toy? I was the kid. I was writing games when I was, 12, whatever. And the other kids in the block would say, I'm going to play quarterback for the Cowboys. And I'd be like, I'm going to make video games, and everyone's going to play them. Like, you dork. Go back to the chess club. Who's laughing now? Yes, I was in the chess club.